Hello my pretties, let's do something fun. Welcome to my live feed, my YouTube channel, my Facebook. If you're new here, welcome for the first time. If you've been here before, welcome back. And my YouTube, please subscribe to me. I'm monetized. It's a great way for me to get paid while getting stuff out to you for free. It's awesome. So today, we're gonna make some broccoli, the organic kind. It's gonna be just a few ingredients. I've also got lentils. The red kind. It's going to be very simple to make. And this is my first time doing a cooking show where it's a live feed. It's always been just recorded. So this will be a first for me. We'll see. Typically most viewers come in after it's all done. There might be a few lives while I do it. One visitor already. Hello and welcome. Okay, so first I got the lentils going because those take a little bit longer. The red lentils are a bit quicker than regular brown lentils. So as you can see, I've got those already going on a very low heat because I'm not sure how long this is going to take me with the live feed setup. The broccoli, I'm going to open right now. By the way, lentils are a staple for anybody on a plant-based diet because they're so high in protein and trace minerals. They're filling, they're satiating, they're so good for you. Blood sugar friendly, you name it. Lentils is definitely a staple in my diet. And typically they're done with Indian flavor profiles. Indian food is probably my favorite. Hey, welcome J. Marie and other new people. It's probably my favorite ethnic food, but today we're just going to do something savory, so nothing Indian about this particular dish with lentils and broccoli. So I got my bag of broccoli open, organic. Get organic whenever possible. Don't stress if you can't, because stress is not healthy either. And as you can see, I've got my bowl ready to go for steaming. Got my steamer in there. Water is in the bottom, about a ½ inch worth of water. I'm not measuring any of this stuff out, but I'll tell you approximately what I think it is as I do it. I did measure the lentils. I did about 1/3 cup. With lentils, it's similar to rice. You want to do 1 part lentils to 4 parts water, or 1 part rice to 4 parts water. It's about the same ratio. You love lentils too, J. Marie. Cool. Man, I cook a lot with it. So, I'm probably doing about, I don't know, maybe a ½ pound of broccoli. I'm not all that hungry today, so I'm going kind of light. Normally I would do 3/4 pound, maybe a full pound. But today I would say that's about a ½ pound. I will do that with the lid on, not just because it's quicker, but it's going to retain a little bit more of the nutrients too. Broccoli is loaded with not just minerals and trace minerals, but vitamins, especially vitamin C. It's also really high in fibers and antioxidants. There's a lot of health benefits to broccoli. There's an abnormally high, dense amount of nutrition in broccoli compared to most other foods. Therefore, broccoli is deemed a superfood. Whether you get it raw, cooked, not overcooked, but slightly cooked, slightly steamed, or raw, you're going to get a ton of the health benefits. Broccoli is also great for juicing, especially the florets. So I've got a juicer over here, and I've done plenty of videos where I'm juicing different things, including broccoli. So now I've got the broccoli going. I'm going to turn the heat up on the broccoli a lot. Get that water to a boil as soon as possible to get that done. And the lentils, I think the lentils are going to be done just a little bit beforehand because they're the red lentils and they cook a little bit more quickly. Hello Marlo, Silvana, Karisna. Lovely seeing all of you here. I appreciate that. By the way, my website, tomberkenmeyer.com, while we wait on those things. Since I got those things going, see, this is so simple. I'm only going to add a few different herbs and spices that you probably already have in your house, and it's not going to be complicated. It's just going to be something super simple, inexpensive that you can make, and it's so healthy. So you're going to get more nutrition for less money. More for less. What a novel concept. I'm down for that anytime I can get it, right? So while we wait for those things, tomberkenmeyer.com is my website. I recently redid the landing page. Before it was more of a scrolling blog site, and that was okay for a while. But now it's all arranged in categories. So I've got like a healthy grocery list there. I've got my music there. I've got anything else that I'm interested in that you might be interested in too. It's all categorized. So you just go to the landing page, tomberkenmeyer.com, and you'll see the different categories and just click on whatever interests you. Healthy recipes, healthy grocery list, music, products. Almost everything on there is free. including all these recipe videos that I make. My YouTube channel is there. It's all broken up into categories, so I hope you dig that. Workouts, got a ton of free workouts that I put together. Supplements, I mean, you name it, on and on and on. Okay, so now I'm going to go over, hi Valerie, nice to see you. By the way, if any of you have any questions while I do this, get the engagement going with me while we're live. Otherwise, I'll come back. If it's after the fact, it'll have to be in response later, but it's pretty fun doing it live too. It's great to see everybody. So, here's how much I love herbs and spices. That's just one of my herb and spice racks. I've also got this over here, like the stuff that I use more frequently. I get in large bulks. Kind of a mess right now. But you see all these things, large bulky things. And so the stuff that I use more frequently is going to be over here, like garlic, see, cayenne pepper, fresh thyme, smoked paprika, turmeric, black pepper, coconut oil, avocado oil, black pepper, I think I already said that, ginger root powder, and over here I've got more herbs and spices, ground cinnamon, which I'm going to bring over here because we're going to be using that. And let's see, I've also got, instead of salt and sugar, herbs and spices. That whole thing is loaded with herbs and spices, so I take that stuff very seriously. Hello Lindsay, very nice to see you. And then I'm still not done. I got all these herbs and spices, baskets of herbs and spices. They're just stuff over here, and I got all those Tupperware containers of various nuts and seeds and more herbs and spices. So when I say things like herbs and spices instead of salt and sugar, it's a game changer. I'm definitely preaching it. So I've probably got 100, literally, herbs and spices instead of salt and sugar. And when you get really good at that, then your food is actually going to be more flavorful, more of a flavor party in your mouth. It's going to be much healthier because with this stuff, you don't have to go sparingly like you would with salt or sugar. You just go as much as you want. In fact, the more herbs and spices, the more flavor you add to your food this way, the more health benefits you're going to get. It's a total game changer. So that's why I've got so many racks just full of herbs and spices and things like that. And I keep a lot of it in bulk, the stuff that I go through more frequently right by the stove for easy access. Shannon, you're asking if I got any good maca smoothies. Great question. Let me show ya. Here's some maca powder. Navitas, it's a good brand. I also get cacao with this brand. And I got a couple things of maca powder in here. So, yeah, I got some stuff on my recipe blog with some smoothies. Some of them include maca powder. And Lindsay is telling me I got to do TikTok. Yeah, you're right, I do. You're the one that inspired me to finally make the decision to do it. I just haven't done it yet. I keep getting sidetracked. This would be one of the sidetracks. Okay, so my broccoli is steaming very nicely. It's a very good, vibrant green color. Look at that. Man, that's beautiful. That's just about done. My lentils are pretty close. Not far from being done at all. This is one of my favorite tools in the kitchen, by the way. It's a serrated wooden spoon. That way you can really get in there and scoop around the edges, the corners, and not leave anything behind. Which is what I'm fixing to do right now with my lentils. And these lentils are just about done, so that's pretty cool. Not bad at all. So what I'm going to do when I prepare this, I'm going to put the lentils on the bottom, so it'll be a bed of lentils. And I'm going to put the broccoli on top with a couple of other things. One of those other things is going to be raw, crushed cacao, or I may not crush them, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. And some raw pumpkin seeds, the middles of them, the pepitas or whatever they're called. So that's going to give it even more trace minerals, some healthy fats between the cashews and the various seeds. It's going to give it a lot more trace minerals, some healthy fats, very low amount of slow digesting carbohydrates, and also some, let's see, zinc is going to be in the pumpkin seeds for sure. So it's going to be a really good balance of different trace minerals and proteins and healthy fats between the different seeds and the cashews. Okay, Alright, so now that the lentils is finishing up, I'm going to add just a couple of things to it. The lentils don't really need anything at all because of what I'm going to put on the broccoli in a few minutes. But, and you can also do this with rice. I'm not measuring this, but I'm guessing I'm going to be putting about a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder in there. True cinnamon powder, right? I'm also, this is optional, some onion flakes. The only ingredient listed in this is onion. I'm also going to put that in with the broccoli. This is also optional, but some coriander seed. Just a couple of dashes, not much. See, what else do I feel like adding? Very low amount of cumin, so I don't want this to have an Indian flavor profile. Probably like 1/8 of a teaspoon of cumin, if that. You can do lemon juice or lemon peel. Actually, I'm not going to do either of those. I am going to add just a little bit of ground ginger, a couple of dashes worth. And why not some black pepper? Oh, thyme, that's right, to make it more savory. I love thyme. I'm probably doing about a 1/4 teaspoon of that as well, fresh thyme. Very small amount of turmeric powder. And by the way, you could just do 2 or 3 of these things, like pick two or three of your favorites, and that's fine. I'm just going nuts because I got all this stuff here, so it's like, why not? Oh, and I'll finish it with some smoked paprika. Very small amounts. And then I'm going to take this awesome serrated spoon, because it really gets in the corners of the pan. Stir it all up. And notice I didn't put any salt or any sugar in here. All these different flavors are going to mesh so well together. The color looks good. I wish you can smell this from over there. This smells freaking amazing. Point this down, you can see it. Hopefully it picks up the color in this somewhat decently. And it smells so good. I can't believe how good that smells. Alright, turning off the burner for the lentils. The broccoli should be about done. Hello, Emily. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Anik. The broccoli is done. It's perfect. Lightly steamed, not overcooked. Take the lid off. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to lay down there we go. Love this tripod. So, I'm going to lay down the bed of lentils first. These spoons, to my surprise, are actually kind of difficult to find. It's almost always just the perfectly rounded spoons, and then you can't get around the edges, but see this? Because it's slanted on the end, you can really get in there, get everything up, no problem. There's my bed of lentils. Just that by itself, wow, that just warms the tummy. That is very soothing. This meal is incredibly gut healthy, and 80% of your immune system is in your gut. Also, most of your serotonin and dopamine production is also coming from the gut. So, I mean, you can be a happier person, quite literally, just from eating a gut-healthy diet. It's true. Hello, Wine, Victoria, Shell, everyone else, cool. All right, so now I'm going to put the broccoli on. So a lot of my herbs and spices I like to put on last or after I turn the heat source off. That way the enzymes stay active and you're going to get more absorption of these nutrients in your body. Yeah, big oops. You saw that. Of course you did. I'm a dummy. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cayenne pepper on this because I love cayenne pepper. But before I do that, check out how green that is, man. That is so vibrant. I hope that's picking up these beautiful colors. So a little bit of cayenne pepper. A little bit of black pepper. A little bit more fresh thyme. Oh, that's so good. God, this smells amazing. I wish you people could smell this. A little bit more ginger powder over the broccoli. All right, now I'm going to bring this over to my countertop that has all these wonderful nuts and seeds. I'm going to add some, not only am I going to be adding some more proteins and different trace minerals and healthy fats with these nuts and seeds, but it's going to be more satiating. Where was I going with it? I don't remember. But anyway, here's some cashews. Oh yeah, but I'm also going to be adding some texture to this as well, some crunch and so on. Love that. Let's see here, some pumpkin seeds. A well-balanced plant-based meal with no meat and no dairy. Imagine that. It's beautiful. You can even put sunflower seeds on here if you want to. Oh, and some sliced almonds. I love sliced almonds. Whenever I make green beans, I always add some sliced almonds, but they're going to go good on here too. All right, cool. So, this is all set to eat now, man. Can't believe it. So easy to make. And if you want to, you can even chop up some carrots and put that in the steamer with the broccoli. Some onions, some other vegetables, whatever you want. But for this, I just did broccoli. I wanted to keep it super simple. And here is what it looks like. I hope it's picking up the colors of how beautiful this dish looks. I mean, this is really, really amazing. Ah, there we go. I think it's centered a little better now. A lot of texture, a lot of colors, a lot of nutrition. No meat, no dairy. TomBerkenmeyer.com is my website, just like it spelled here on social media. Scroll up so I can read the comments, and then I'm going to taste it for you in front of you all. How about that? Do you ever use gray salt or... No, I don't. If I use salt shell, it's going to be either Celtic salt or pink Himalayan sea salt. And maybe once in a while I might add just a pinch of it to something, but man, 99% of the time I don't add any. One useful use, redundant, for pink Himalayan sea salt, because it has over 80 trace minerals, or Celtic salt, is if you add about a 1/4 teaspoon of it per 1 gallon of distilled water, then you have brand new living water after it was killed from the distilling process. And then you add all those trace minerals back to it with that kind of salt in the right quantity, and that can be something really beneficial instead of just drinking regular tap water out of the faucet, especially if you live in a municipality that doesn't have clean water. So that's something to look into. But yeah, I really don't do salt or sugar. Like I was showing you earlier, I've got hundreds, literally hundreds different herbs and spices throughout the walls in my kitchen everywhere, just because it is a game changer. It's like with salt and sugar, you really got to use it sparingly, lightly. But with herbs and spices, you're going to get more flavor when you learn how to use them correctly. Also, the more of them you use, the more flavor you add to your food, the more health benefits you're going to get, versus the more flavor you add with salt and sugar, the more health damage you will do. So it's a complete paradigm shift. It's a 180. That's why I'm so big on, instead of salt and sugar, herbs and spices. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Monica. Nice to see you. Yummy. Whoops, watching. Smoked paprika for me. Yes, I got smoked paprika in there. Another lever of ginger in there. Another one of those yeah, I got all kinds of stuff to put my vitamins in. Racks, bins, lazy Susans, you name it. And strategically placed in my kitchen based on how often I use them. Looks amazing. Looks so yummy. Yes. Okay, well now let's try it. I mean, I already know it's going to be good. I've been doing this a while. I'm going to get a little bit of everything in this bite. Got some of the nuts and seeds, some of the broccoli, some of the lentil. Put it all together. Damn, that's good. Drug companies can't touch this. They can't touch me. Unless I get mangled in a car wreck where I need emergency medicine, most likely drug companies will never be able to touch me. But if I do get mangled in a car wreck or something and I need emergency medicine, I will be very grateful that they exist. Okay? So I do have deep reverence for the medical community. when it's responsible. Emily, yes. That is ground ginger, so it's in powder form. There's a really good spice company around here, Wisconsin, including one location here in Kenosha, Wisconsin called Penzies. I'll show you. I love them. They're so good. Penzies. P-E-N, let's get in focus. P-E-N-Z-E-Y-S. That's the ginger. Obviously this reverses everything, so it's kind of hard to see. But Penzies. Emily knows it. Oh my God, I love that company. Yeah, me too. Let me show you something else if you're excited about Penzies. I have, let's see here. Is it easily accessible? I don't know, it might not be. That's disappointing. Here I was going to show you something and I can't find what I did with it. It will turn up after I stop this video. Let me look one more spot. Well, that bugs me. Anyway, I've got these really cool Penzies coffee mugs and apparently I cannot find them right now. They will pop up after I'm done with this video because that's how things go. But I will show you something else. On my refrigerator, this is cute. It says, love people, cook them tasty food, as it's reversed on this camera. Love people, cook them tasty food, and it's kind of artsy looking. It looks pretty neat. Shell, yes, I do like quinoa. Quinoa is also great. I prefer lentils. The texture, something about it. I mean, they both take on the flavor for the most part of whatever you're making with it. But something about lentils, I like the way they taste more. I like the way they cook more. It's just a personal preference. But yeah, quinoa is also very good. Loaded with protein, slow digesting carbohydrates. I don't think it has the same amount of protein. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure lentils has a little bit more protein and more trace minerals. There might be more nutrition in lentils. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Quinoa I like if I do half quinoa with half rice. So good. Okay, do you guys have any more questions for me? Anything you'd like me to talk about? Hello, Patricia, Marilee. Sorry if I missed anybody. My website, tomberkenmeyer.com, just like it's spelled here on social media. And go on over to my YouTube, please, and subscribe to me and comment on my videos there too, because on YouTube, I'm actually monetized. So that's been a really great way for me to get stuff out to you guys for free and get paid anyway by YouTube. So subscribing to me over there and commenting actually helps me out a lot, because then it tells YouTube, hey, people like these videos, so let's show it to more people. And then YouTube ultimately pays me more money from that. And then I do more free content. It's really a brilliant model, because I think it's cooler to give people stuff for free than not have to charge anybody for it. So thank you, YouTube, for that model. Hello, Paula and Penelope. So people that just logged on, you missed it. I'm all done. And I don't see any more questions coming out while I'm on the live feed anyway. Maybe once it's archived, there will be more, and I'll come back and I'll reply. So with that, you're going to pay the farmers or the hospitals? Pay the farmers, the organic ones. Protect the land, support people, either grow and or buy sustainably grown, local, whenever possible, organic food. And that's how we all thrive as a human species. And we protect the planet too at the same time. Mushrooms. Yes, Emily, I love mushrooms too. Mushrooms is part of the G-BOMBS acronym. So every day you eat, you're welcome, Shell. Every day you eat greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds on a daily basis. And the idea is those particular foods, you're going to get such a wide scope of different nutrients, you can fight literally any disease, including all cancers, and have a body that operates optimally. And physically, your body feels so good, which makes it easier to mentally feel good too. So there's a relationship between the body and the mental mind. So remember that acronym, G-BOMBS, every day. Greens, beans, mushrooms, onions, berries, and seeds. I've done several videos on that too. And that comes from a doctor, Joel Furman, a medical doctor. One of the good ones, right? See you guys later. I will be doing more guitar videos very soon too as a regular thing. Those have been a lot of fun to do. I just did an impromptu guitar video yesterday to some relaxation yoga spa-like music. It was completely decompressing. It was so good. So check that out. I just published that yesterday from a live feed that I did. And I'll be doing more of those soon and more of these soon with healthy food. And hopefully together we can make healthier choices, feel better physically as well as mentally, because it's easier to feel better mentally when you're feeling better physically, right? Can you make an Asian flare? That would be Asian flare. First I gotta Google that and see what the heck it is. Asian flare. I don't know what that is. Bye for now, everyone. Feel free to share this, okay? Finish. The finish button. Here it goes.